And we are back live here with, this will be Tuesday's match, Wolves of Steel versus Above the Line. Should be a fun game. Above the Line just really dominated, ever since they came on the scene in the tournament here. I really like Wolves of Steel. I love Clark Wolf. Mark Riley was a former champ. He obviously knows his stuff. But again, Above the Line with Drew McQueenie and Sam Levine, those guys are going to be tough to beat, and they're one of my picks to win the entire tournament and get the chance at least to battle the Patriots in December and hopefully become the new team champions. So as much as I want Wolves of Steel to win, as much as I want Mark Riley to continue compete and everything else, I'm going to have to go with Above the Line here in this match. Without any further ado, let's go ahead, grab your whiteboards, and let's get ready to Schmoedown.
The Ultimate Schmoedown team tournament.
Yeah,
this is after Riley retired, right? And Clark
so I
kind
feel,
of
I don't know about you, but I
for the
feel
team
like
match for the tournament.
we should have gotten those damn belts.
Ugh.
It was a little too close for me.
Agreed.
I still really want one. So I know you're retired and everything for now, but can we have one more go?
All you had to do was ask. Let's do it.
Woo!
Wolves of Steel.
And your winners, the Wolves of Steel.
And Mark Riley, a former Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion here in our midst, who said you were going to retire, you were just going to see this through with Clark to the end of this tournament. Out there, it looked like you didn't miss a beat. You're still as strong as ever. So are you? What made you decide to come back?
Her. She's awesome. She's the classy one. She deserves a belt. If we can run the table on this thing, get her a belt, that's great. Then my job is done. But, I'm a competitor too. One more run, get another shiny belt, another notch on the shoulder. Hell yeah, we want that.
I agree. I want it. I want that belt. When we lost to the Patriots, I was very sad, and I'm coming for it.
And your winners, Mark, Yodi, Riley, and Classy Clark Wolf, the Wolves of
It sucks that they had to win
As you
against
say,
Slate
it
to
is
the
all
Party.
about the teamwork. What we've been seeing from the strongest teams in the league here thus far is that it is about the cooperation and playing into each other's strengths, as you say. When you were not sure of an answer,
fantastic.
Clark was right there with the answer for you.
We're glad that it went our way today, but it was, we certainly were nervous going in because, we knew what we were up against. So I think Riley and I both feel like we want another crack at that belt, so it's just baby steps.
I have an option. I'm gonna put you on the spot here too.
Yeah.
I have someone that I think you would actually work with really well.
All right.
And Emma Fife asked this person about a teammate, and the person said, "Well, you know what? I'm not really that good with on the words. I'm usually there to just show up, do the trivia, be there." And that's Drew McQueenie. Drew McQueenie, he was part of Ain't It Cool for a very long time, The Godfather at 3-1. People were touting him as the next best thing, the guy that was going to beat Roca, the guy that was going to beat Merle. They're talking about this guy as the best thing. You're pretty good on that, Mike. You got a lot of flair. I think you and Drew McQueenie would be a tremendous team.
You know what? Let's do it, Drew.
And your winners, Godfather, Drew McQueenie, Team RS1, Sam Levine, Above the Line.
Putting your strengths together was sort of magical.
Well, that was the conversation we had before this, was as we started talking and I realized, oh, okay, so you're strong and I've got this. And just in that first round, it felt like if I didn't know something, Sam did. And so it was a good, I feel like this is the right combination.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say which ones, but there were a few in round two that if I weren't sitting next to this man, maybe I wouldn't have gotten right away. I might have needed multiple choice.
One.
James Stewart.
And your winners, by way of technical knockout, Sam Levine, Drew McQueenie, Above the Line.
This is going to be a great game. with their dominance so far. As much as I want Wolves of Steel, this may be the end of the road for them. Oh, we'll find out.
Welcome back to the Ultimate Schmoedown. I'm Christian Harloff.
I'm Ken Knapsack here for a semifinal match, Christian. This has been a long journey.
It's been a long journey, and these two teams have earned the spot. You've got above the line Drew McQueenie, the Godfather, and the inglorious one Sam Levine challenging up against the Wolves of Steel, now a vet team here in Classy Clark Wolf and the two-time champion Mark Yodi Riley. I mean, look, some people had picked Wolves of Steel to kind of get this far. Above the line, they didn't really know if they were going to work together. They have proven
the first game.
Oh, yeah,
they do work pretty well together.
Oh, they work
no
pretty
idea
well
what
together.
to
I
expect.
can tell you
They're both
that.
good
They may have
competitors,
robbed
but
my smile from
the
me,
way
but I'm
that
going to find
they
it again, I hope.
dominated
Wolves of Steel are kind of
so
like that
far.
sentimental favorite. I think a lot of people want to see this last run for Riley, maybe, and Clark Wolf deserves all the title shots and all the belts in the world to a lot of fans, and I would agree with that. So I think there's a lot of fan support behind that.
Well, I think that's it. That's absolutely the story, is the fact that they are both some of the most beloved figures that we've had since, I mean, Clark Wolf, Rookie of the Year last year, but she's been in this league for now over a year and a half. She's had 2 shots at championships. She's very hungry. I know Clark very well, and I've had these conversations with her. This is the most determined I have ever seen her in the Schmoedown. Mark Riley legitimately was asked by her to do one more shot. They said yes, and here's that run. But they're running into a buzzsaw here with Sam and Drew, but both Clark and Riley have both played Sam before in close matches. Both have defeated him, but it's been close matches. They're very familiar with each other.
Yeah, look, you can see in the past Sam's had some big losses. You know, Drew was anointed, and maybe that's too soon for any competitor. But I saw them firsthand work together. And you ever watch two people fall in love? This is about round 2. They looked each other's eyes and were like, I'm home.
It's funny you say that, too, because even on if you listen to the Schmoedown Rundown, when you hear the breakdown of those guys and what they're talking about, they seem like they've been working as a team for a very long time. They're laughing together. They're kind of playing around. They're vibing. Wolves of Steel also vibing. This is going to be a great match. I can't wait. The winner will go on to play either top 10 or team action. That's going to be something. So let's get ready here. Ken, what's the before we get into the tail of tape, I want to hear from these competitors. Here we go.
All right, partner. So here we are.
Hey, partner. Yeah.
Semifinals.
Here we are.
This is my first go round, the semifinals in the tournament, in the team tournament, and it's going to be interesting.
In spite of how it may have seemed, this has not been an easy road. We had 2 very fierce competitors in DC Movie News and Nerds Watch to get here. And today is going to be no small feat. Today, I think, is the real test of our mettle.
And a lot of people counted us out against Late to the Party.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, you know, I think they took out Critically Acclaimed.
Sure.
And that was a big win for them, and so they just naturally assumed that, well, when you have one good match, you have another good match, and then you just run the table. That's not how it works.
Up until now, we've been figuring the chemistry out as a team, and we've been trying to learn the game as a team, and I feel like each match we've learned a little bit about how to play this. And I'm glad that this was third, because I do feel like, based on what I've watched, based on the matches I've looked at, we're going to go like point for point.
Above the Line is 2 serious heavy hitters combined into one.
Yeah.
I've faced Sam one-on-one, which was probably the sweatiest match I've ever had, and that I was very nervous. And Drew is like a monster. So, he's the nicest person ever, but he's also a monster at the game.
I have competed against both Clark Wolf and Mark Riley heads up, and they know their stuff. This is where I am very happy to have a man like Drew McQueenie by my side.
So if we can get through these 2, giants in the movie trivia field here in the Schmoedown, which we can do, we are one step closer to the belts.
You know what, Wolves of Steel? Here's what's going to happen today. A goddamn match with a couple of gentlemen and a lady, and it's going to be glorious.
we really wanted to win the belts against the Patriots the first time. We just missed it by this much, and I really wanted it. And now we're getting so much closer. We're getting so much closer, and it would be a real shame if this was the end. So how about make this not the end?
Cheers to that.
All right.
A lot of nice
Like I
words,
said,
as
I
we said
really
before.
want
Clark wants that
Wolves
shot
of
at the title.
Steel.
Riley wants
They're
another
a great
title.
team.
Sam and Drew want to prove
I just
together
think
they
that
are.
Above the
They
Line
say
is,
they are a legit team now.
the more
They want to prove it
dominant
one more
of
time.
team
Drew said it
out
as
there.
much too. The Wolves of Steel they're in the big leagues right now. In the team league, they're in the big leagues. The Wolves of Steel have played for the titles. Came very close against the Patriots. So here we go. All right, Ken, give me the tail of the tape.
Hey, a lot of respect between these two teams. Wolves of Steel, we kind of know their strengths by now if you've been following them for a while. Horror thriller, scores and soundtracks, classics, Oscars. They're a very well-rounded team. Above the line, their strengths, well, I can tell you, it's Oscars, it's classics, it's 1970s, it's 1980s, 1990s, 2000s. When were movies made? That's their strength.
All right, well, I'm ready to get going. How about you?
I'm ready to get going.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for
the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
3 rounds in the semifinals.
Introducing first.
With a record of 2 wins, no defeats, with 1 knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Godfather, Drew McQueedy, the Inglorious One, Sam Levine, Above the Line. They are
Calm and collected
cool,
walking
calm
out.
and collected,
Calm
both in
and
black.
collected.
I like this attitude that
Look
both
at
of them
that.
have. Drew McQueedy and Sam Levine here starting to become a dominant force in
Telling
the
you.
Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And their opponents, representing Collider, with a record of 5 wins, 2 defeats, and 2 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, Classy, Clark, Wolf, Mark, Yodi, Riley, the Wolves of Steel. Oh, scary and intimidating.
wow,
Scary
look
and
at that.
intimidating. What are they doing here? They like to creep out their opponents.
They
don't
do. They're creeping me out here a little bit, too.
Yeah. What is that? Oh, throwing something. Oh, no, nice little funky little dance. Sam doesn't know what's going on. Drew doesn't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on.
Drew might.
Oh,
we're back to the old classics.
Okay.
The Wolves of Steel shirts. I love it. All right.
I love it.
So the Wolves of Steel here.
I'm going to
coming
tip
in
Riley
hot.
after.
Yeah, they're coming in hot here. Again, Sam has experience with both Clark and Riley, so maybe it's a little revenge on Sam's part.
If he's motivated by that.
That's
They
true.
all seem so nice and
true.
respectful
That's
here
true.
today. They just may the best team win, you know?
All right, well, here we go. Round number 1
Round one.
works like this. The competitors are going to get 8 questions worth 1 point apiece. They'll have 15 seconds to answer the questions. When it is their time to answer, they will show their answer to the camera, say it at the same time. Do not forget about the JTE rule. Do not forget about the challenge rule. If you need either one of those rules explained, please ask, and we will explain them. All right, so Wolves of Steel, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Ready.
Above the Line, are you ready?
We are indeed.
I'm
Let's
ready.
Get ready,
to
Schmoedown.
Schmoedown. Round
A
1.
delayed reaction from the crowd,
They're
but
in
I
it.
can dig
They're
it.
in it.
I can dig it. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Question number 1 in the realm of directors.
All right.
Who directed Dances with Wolves? That was a movie that came out.
I did.
Yeah.
I
Never saw it.
did. I did.
Didn't
But
love it.
I think
liked
Kevin
it when they remade
Costner
it.
also directed it,
5,
as well as starring.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I hope I'm
and
right.
Mark Yodi.
Kevin Costner.
That is correct. Drew?
That would be Kevin Costner.
That's correct. Clark?
Non-English Robin Hood, Kevin Costner.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And Sam?
Get you a man who can do both, Kevin Costner.
That is correct. All right, so there we go. 2-2. 2-2 here. And next
2-2.
question.
All right, category is comedies. Who plays Dana's neighbor, accountant Louis Tully, in 1984's Ghostbusters? I wouldn't be able to get this.
You would be.
I wouldn't be
You
able
wouldn't?
to get it.
Did you really not know this?
I wouldn't be able to get it.
Interesting. All right.
You know.
I know you haven't. I know.
Yeah.
5,
Rick Moranis.
4, 3, 2, 1. Drew.
That would be the great Rick Moranis.
That is correct. Clark.
The Canadian gem, Rick Moranis.
That is correct. Sam Levine.
Hollywood, we miss you, Rick Moranis.
All right, and Mark Riley.
Come out of retirement, Rick Moranis.
All right, so
look at that.
4-4 here. 4-4 here. All right, next question. In the category of fantasy sci-fi, in the fantasy comedy Pleasantville, name the 2 actors that played David and Jennifer who get sucked into the 50s sitcom. Yeah. Is that your new thing?
I just
It's like one of the Skeksis in Dark Crystal.
Oh, you know, that movie scared me.
Did
I
it?
only saw it once.
Scared?
Yeah, 1985.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's when it came out.
I don't know. Scott Mance won't tell you.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Yeah, I
1.
don't
Clark Wolf.
I don't know. Reese Witherspoon, Tobey Maguire.
That is correct.
Correct.
Sam Levine.
Wow.
Reese and Toby.
That is correct. Yodi.
Tobey Maguire, Reese Witherspoon.
Drew.
Reese Witherspoon and Tobey Maguire.
You got it. All right.
All right.
So there we go.
Perfect so far.
Perfect
Impressive.
so far. Next question.
Category is horror thriller. Question 4. Christine Brown gets a curse placed on her soul when she denies an old woman a mortgage extension in what Sam Raimi thriller? This is why I only rent.
No.
You won't do it.
Yeah,
You ever see that horror reaction that you and I did?
that's great.
Pretty fun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sam Levine.
I laugh because Clark and I talked about this one yesterday. Drag Me to Hell.
That is correct. Yodi.
Drag Me to Hell.
Drew.
That would be Drag Me to Hell.
Clark.
La Mia. Drag me to hell.
There you go. All right. So 8 here. Look at that.
Thank
Scary.
you.
Yeah, thanks, Brown.
Here we are.
All right. Here we go. Next question. Next question in action adventure. Who directed Lethal Weapon? Lethal Weapon. The first Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, I'm too
Would you
old
have
for
gotten
this blank.
You would.
Get a reference to
Right,
the
got it.
movie mentioned in the
5,
question.
Was it Richard Donner?
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Mark Yodi Riley.
Richard Donner.
That is correct. Drew.
That would be Richard Donner.
Clark.
Correct.
Richard Donner.
And Sam.
Where's his star on the Walk of Fame? Richard Donner.
10-10. They have not missed.
No one has missed.
No, not
They
yet.
have a
All right, here we
perfect
go.
round. I've already missed 2.
All right, guys. Question 6. Categories Oscars. Who won an Academy Award for playing accused spy Rudolph Abel in Bridge of Spies?
Man, this is a lot of fun to watch these guys play.
Yeah, it's intense. The crowd's
It is.
intense. We're intense.
And 5, 4, 3,
Mark Rylance?
2, 1. Drew.
Mark Rylance.
That's correct. Clark.
Mark Rylance.
Correct. Sam.
Mark Rylance.
Wow. And Mark Yodi Riley.
Mark Rylance.
Mark Yodi
Holy
Riley has not
cow,
missed by
they
the
are
way since he left. All right,
perfect.
so here we go. Next question. Next question. In the
Crazy.
category of animated, who voiced Lumiere in 1992's Beauty and the Beast?
I can picture the
Only
dude.
Drew is writing this one down here. It's a blank stare here. By the rest.
Yeah. Jerry Orbach.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question, please.
Who voiced Lumiere in 1992's Beauty and the Beast?
I could picture him right away, but it took me a while to come up with it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Riley.
No idea.
Okay, Drew.
Jerry Orbach.
That's correct. Clark.
Law and Order.
I didn't he. Okay. Nothing. I thought he
Sam?
voiced Cogsworth. For
No,
some
he did
reason.
not. And Sam, nothing?
No, I couldn't come up with
Wow.
Jerry's name. I knew
So
exactly
only
who it was.
Drew. That is a 1, but that's the
Wow.
first time that these teams have shown that they're human, except Drew McQueenie is still perfect.
Right.
All right, here we go
McQueenie's
here.
still
We're going to have
Perfect.
question 8, guys, which is in the category of famous actors and actresses. Drew playing for a perfect round. What dark comedy stars Meryl Streep, Goldie Hawn, and Bruce Willis? Crowd's finally to life. They don't like that
They didn't like
question.
that question.
They don't
That's
like
all
it.
right.
Yeah.
Death Becomes Her. Fun fact for you
rousing.
guys, that was one of my
Rousing
first movie
Lumiere
reviews that I
recap
ever did
production of Beauty and the
back
Beast.
in high school with
2,
my good friend
1,
Jeremy
pens down,
Moser
Sam.
for
Death Becomes
we
That
did
is
review
correct.
for the
Riley.
school newspaper.
Till death do us part.
Oh, Drew.
Oh, yeah.
Death Becomes Her.
And Clark.
Ding,
Death
ding.
Becomes Her.
Wow. All right. So
Dang.
Drew McQueeney was perfect that round, so
Right.
he will get the question.
I went
the
6 out
bonus
of 8
question
for
here.
the Fan Reaction
All right,
League.
So, Drew, you're the only one that needs to answer.
6
You don't
out
have
of
to write
8,
it
see
down.
if I
You
can make it
just
7
answer.
of 9.
Here's your bonus question. What is the first film to win the Academy Award for Best Picture?
Wings.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. 16, 13 there. Above the line.
First player in Schmoedown history to hit all 8 questions and the bonus question in back-to-back matches. That is huge.
They should be scared off.
No.
My
but
God.
impressive from Drew as
yeah, that was
not surprised.
That was scary stuff to watch that happen. Okay.
Wow.
So now we get into round
All
number
right, round 2.
and it
Bring out the
works
wheel of
like
death.
this. The competitors will get 6 questions
Man, that's
in
impressive.
round number 2, but they will have to spin the wheel in order to get them. Worth 2 points apiece. If you go to multiple choice, it's worth 1 point. You can spin again if you don't like the category you get the first time, unless, of course, you land on
I'm just in
opponent's choice.
shock.
All right, so above the line, you guys have a 3-point
It's
lead.
been
Would you like
perfect
to
in
go
two
first or
two
second?
games.
We will defer.
All right, so the
right.
Wolves of Steel are going to have a chance here to go.
Want me to do?
Clark, give it a good spin. Good spin
All
by
right, good
Clark
spin
Wolf.
by Clark. Spin his head.
Spins in.
A solid spin.
Coming to stop on fourth. Really? Of course they're going to take
They
it.
did it. They did it.
Wow.
Spin again. Spin again. Spin. Ah, fuck.
All right. Are you guys? Do you want to stay or do you want?
Clark wants it, but Riley
yeah,
is
we're
a
assuming.
little
I'm
apprehensive.
pretty sure that was Clark.
What?
What?
Well, all right, we'll stay.
You're gonna
All
stay.
right.
All right,
Oh,
here we
not
go,
too bad
guys.
for me.
Here we go. So
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
mean,
get 6 questions in
do?
the realm of horror.
This round is not an ace in the hole.
Wasn't that great for us a couple
yeah.
rounds ago, but we'll see what happens.
All right, guys. Number 1. Based off the characters created by George A. Romero, what now popular director wrote the screenplay for 2004's Dawn of the Dead?
James Gunn.
2 points.
2 points.
There you go. All right. Who plays FBI agent Will Graham in 2002's Red Dragon?
Edward Norton.
2 more points. 2 more points. All right. What does Hank set ablaze at the end of A Simple Plan? 5, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, a wrecked airplane, B, a house, C, money, D, clothes?
Money.
That's correct
That's
for
correct
1
for
point.
They're in the
All right.
lead.
Okay, question number 4. What is the name of the novelties company in Halloween 3, Season of the Witch?
Silver Shamrock.
2 more
That's
points.
correct.
Oh, wow. All right, so number
Happy Halloween.
all right, number 5. Number 5. Here we go.
I've never seen any of the Halloween movies.
All right. In Nightmare on Elm Street, what was the first item Nancy brought back from her dream?
His hat.
2 more points. Wow, look at this.
Look at that.
Final question here. Final question. Final question. Who played Paul Walker's father, Judge Lytton Mandrake, in The Skulls?
Whoa.
Deep cut there.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Jeff Bridges, B, Robert Duvall,
believe it's Robert
C,
Duvall.
James Caan, D, Craig T. Nelson?
I think it's Robert Duvall.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Okay. Who played Paul Walker's father, Judge Lytton Mandrake, in The Skulls? A, Jeff Bridges, B, Robert Duvall, C, James Caan, D, Craig T. Nelson?
James Caan.
Is it correct? Correct.
Craig T. Nelson.
For 1 point.
Correct for Stu.
There you go. So 22-17 there now. But a great round by the Wolves.
It was a
Steel
good round
as
by
above the
Wolves.
line.
Above the line
now
needs
is gonna get
to
chance
hit a tough
spin.
category,
All
though.
right, so Drew, please give it a spin.
Okay.
There we go. See that dreaded 70s.
All right,
this time.
spin is
They're
in.
not on there. I noticed that, but other decades are.
They did it.
Oh!
Spinner's choice. Second one in a row. They've got Spinner's choice again. Spinner's choice again for above the line might be the luckiest team we have in the Schmoedown.
I mean, they're chosen by the gods. The fates are in their corner.
It
would
is.
seem, Christian.
22-17, 5 points, and they're looking for something big here. What do you got, guys?
We're going to do the 80s.
The 80s. A big strength for Sam, obviously, and it might be a strength for Drew, considering he hosts a show called 80s All Over. So
just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh,
all right.
Why am I just learning about this now? I'll send you a link. Okay, great.
All right, guys, you're going to get 6 questions in the category of 1980s movies. In the 80s, River Phoenix played a teenage version of Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. In what film did he play Ford's son?
The Mosquito Coast.
2 points.
That's correct.
There
2
you go.
points. Who plays the rookie pitcher in Bull Durham?
Tim Robbins.
That is correct.
That is correct. 2 more points.
All right.
All right. In which 1980s comedy do Dan
Great
Aykroyd
Outdoors.
and John Candy play bickering brother-in-laws on vacation?
The Great Outdoors.
The Great Outdoors.
2 more
That is
points.
correct. 2 more.
Question number 4.
All right, guys.
Very old.
Fourth question. What 80s action comedy features the characters of Jack Walsh, Jonathan Mardukas, and Marvin Dorfler?
Midnight Run.
That is correct. 2 more
that
points
number 4?
for you
Orange
guys
Gallo,
there.
baby.
Fifth question. Which member of the Goonies in the wishing well says the following? Yeah, you know what? This one right here. This was my dream, my wish, and it didn't come true. So I'm taking it back. I'm taking them all back.
5, 4.
Question?
Oh.
Sure can. That will be their second. Repeat. Which member of the Goonies in the wishing well says the following? Yeah, you know what? This one right here. This was my dream, my wish, and it didn't come true. So I'm taking it back. I'm taking them all back.
5, 4.
You need the actor name or the character name?
Character name. 3, 2.
Mouth.
That's correct.
Wow. Man.
His real name is Clark.
That's right. That's right. All right. So this is their final question?
Yes. This is your final one. 6th question. What is the name of the large beast that Sarah befriends in Labyrinth?
5, 4.
We'll take multiple.
A. Ludo. B. Ambrosius. C. Sir Didymus. D. Hoggle.
It's Ludo.
That's correct for a
Wow.
point.
Poor Clark Wolf. That's one of our favorite movies.
That's right.
And a 6-point lead. How above the line is just unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
All right, so
Yeah, above the line is
22,
so
it
dominant.
really is because the Wolves of Steel have been playing phenomenal.
Yes.
All right, so now we get to round number 3. Round
right,
number 3,
final round
we're
here.
gonna go like this. The competitors are going to get 3 numbers from 1 to 20. The first one is worth 2 points, the second one is worth 3, and the final is worth 5 points. All right, above the line, you guys are in the lead here. Please pick 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
We're going to go 9, 3, and 12.
9, 3, and 12. And Wolves of Steel. Here we go, Wolves. 5, 4, 3.
11, 4, 19.
11,
Good
4,
numbers.
and 19. All right, so
Those
I'll
are
ask the
good
Wolves.
numbers.
All right, the Wolves of Steel will go first here in order to try to avoid the TKO, down 6 points here. So now we are going to start with number 11. Number 11 for the 2-pointer, and that's holiday movies. Who's going to take it out of the Wolves of Steel? Holiday movies.
Holiday movies. All right.
I'll take it.
All right, Mark Riley's going to take it. Holiday movies. In Home Alone, who plays Gus Polinski, a polka band player who
Oh,
offers to take
John
Kate back to
Candy.
Chicago?
John Candy.
2 points.
Correct. 2 points.
All right, so they're coming back here. They're going to have to get. They're going to have to get this one. All right, so Clark Wolf now is going to get the 3-pointer for rom-coms. Rom-coms. All right, rom-coms, Clark, for your 3-pointer. Who was opposite Julia Roberts in Notting Hill?
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
The 3 points.
Great movie, by the
All
way.
All right. And now
that one
your
quite a bit.
5-pointer. Your 5-pointer in order to send it back to above the line. However, if they miss, then above the line will win via TKO. Here is the 5-pointer. 5-pointer is category 19. That's Pixar movies. Pixar movies, here we go. All right, so your final question. In Toy Story 3, who voiced the Ken doll?
Michael Keaton.
For 5 points. Look at that. So there we go. So the Wolves of Steel were able to get all three.
This is going the distance.
This is the same thing that you guys, the Nerds Watch, had done. Got all 10 points, but now Above the Line has a chance to fight back here and win. So now we go to Above the Line, who chose their first category. Ken, that was category 9.
That is scores and soundtracks. Scores and soundtracks. Who will be taking that one?
I'm in. Okay.
Drew, you'll be taking the 2-point question. 2-point question. Lisa Loeb's Gen X hit Stay plays over the closing credits of what Winona Ryder movie?
Reality Bites.
That's correct. 2 points.
All right. So now it just comes down to Sam Levine, who can win the game here with the 3-pointer. If he nails the 3, Sam and Drew will win and advance to the finals.
All right, all right. This is, you chose the number 3. That is comic book movies.
Perfect.
3-point question.
That's what he was hoping for.
3-point question. What Firefly and Serenity Star provided the voice to one of the Klein prisoners in Guardians of the Galaxy? What Firefly and Serenity Star provided the voice to one of the Klein prisoners in Guardians of the Galaxy?
What is his name? Nathan Fillion?
5, 4, 3.
Alan Tudyk.
That is incorrect. Incorrect. Looking for Nathan Fillion.
Wow.
Nathan
Guys, it was a 50-50 shot.
50-50. 50-50.
So now it comes down to the 5-pointer for Above the Line. If they hit it, they win the game. If they miss it, the Wolves of Steel will make it to the finals. Wow, final question, Ken. Here we go.
All right, guys, you chose number 12. That is the category of movie characters. Movie characters.
All right.
5 points. Name the film in which you'll find suburban characters with names like Lester Burnham and Frank Fitz.
That would be Best Picture winner, American Beauty.
And your winner!
Yes!
Advancing into the finals,
I didn't know that.
Sam Levine, the Inglourious One, and the Godfather.
Your team record with 35 points. Wolves of Steel with 32, which would have beaten several teams.
They have done it here, beating the Wolves of Steel by 3
Yeah,
points.
Above the Line at
35
this point,
points. They
I
have
think,
now
is
beat
the team to
record.
beat.
That they beat Top 10's record of 30 points. That is the most points scored in teams of all time. 35 points, but in order to do it, they had to beat the Wolves of Steel, who scored 32.
I just got to it's standing applause.
That was a great
Blake.
match.
Both teams. That was a great
Fantastic match.
That was 2 Titans.
They both played super, super tough. Amazing match there, both. Clark Wolf was on fire. Riley was on fire. Drew McWeeny, Sam, nobody had a bad game.
No, and you have to wonder for Riley what the future holds. I'm curious to hear what he has to say.
Well, we're going to find that out in a second, but we're also going to find out what's the future for Above the Line. They're 3-0 now, beating really quality teams here. Now they sit back and they wait to see who wins between Top 10 and Team Action. I mean, that's something. If I'm Top 10 or Team Action, I'm not too excited to get to the finals.
I'd be
right
shaking
now.
in my boots, man.
Unbelievable. All right, so Jen Sturger is back there with both Above the Line and Wolves of Steel. Here we go.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? I'm Jen Sturger here with Above the Line. Guys, that was an incredible match. You got to be pretty pumped at the result.
That was a lot of fun, and it was exactly what we thought it would be ahead of time, which was point for point we would go opposite them, like right down to the last moment, and that's what we thought it would be.
And you had an incredible match. This is 2 perfect matches for you. I mean,
Insane.
Do you feel like there's a little bit of pressure mounting at this point?
Yes, definitely. But one of the things that's been really great is the momentum when you start to feel that happen. I think is really energizing, and so it's been these have been the most fun matches I've had.
I've noticed even with me.
Were you a little bit nervous now when they hit hard that second round?
In the Party Boat Celebrity match, went 6 out of 8.
That was pretty much the same
here
as
today.
It's
as soon as they said that, look,
it's
Clark
all knowledge,
is
it's all luck.
Great at what Clark
but
knows, and she has a level of depth and expertise there.
It does
that
kind of snowball.
even if they threw her hard questions,
start to feel more
had it.
confident.
So they really came out swinging as a team, and that was a crazy round for her.
was. And the fact that we were able to steal a point on that round is nothing short of a miracle.
Yeah.
Now, are the Wolves just that good, or were they just getting lucky out there?
Oh, they're that good.
Oh,
They had everything. Literally, I think it was the we came very close to missing one, and I think, thank God, we had a team situation because Sam really talked me off the ledge, and it would have made all the difference. So one question can make the difference out there.
One question would have turned that game around.
Now, Sam, you had a little bit of a rough time in the third round. Were you freaking out a little bit at that point?
No, I wasn't too freaked out because, I knew we still had the 5-pointer, and the fact that we could confer over the 5-point question. I knew even if I missed the 3-point, and, once again, that was a 50-50 shot for me. I knew it was either Alan Tudyk or Nathan Fillion, and I'm not familiar enough with the movie to be, I know that sound, so I took a shot, and unfortunately it was wrong, but I felt okay knowing we had the 5-pointer still to go.
Now, going into the finals.
Yeah.
Who would you rather face? There's some tough competition still out there.
I've seen both teams in action. I think no matter, pun not intended, but I think no matter who we go up against, it is going to be genuinely a test of what we've put together so far.
But the trash talking will be much higher with team action.
Of course, magnificent, epic levels of it. Well, it depends. I think they towards us. As far as us towards them, we've got somebody who's carrying a grudge. So.
Yeah, about that grudge over there.
Yeah.
Sam,
so here's
who would you rather face?
Here's why I'd like to play against Team Top 10.
I've never actually played John Roca, but if you've ever been on the Schmoedown and been sitting at the desk and Roca is anywhere in the building, he will act as if you have played John Roca and lost. And that shit stops now, John Roca. Calvin Klein, get the fuck out of here.
I want to see you in the ring, sir.
Not bitter at all. Oh, Wolves of Steel. That was a tough match.
Yeah, that match sucked.
32 points.
That sucked, man, to play that damn good. And, I mean, hats off to Above the Line. I mean, those guys are good. But to play that damn good and lose fucking sucks, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you know you're playing a really good team. Is you can have a good game and still not win.
Yeah, one of our best.
I think it's a bummer because mathematically, if we hadn't given up a handful of those points, we would have won.
Yeah.
We would have won by 1 point.
Yeah.
When you play these matches, every single point counts.
Mm-hmm.
I think we played it safe. When maybe we shouldn't have.
Yeah, we should have gone on that. We knew simple plan. We knew it, and we played it safe. We shouldn't have played it safe. Not with a team like that. I'll be watching them, but man, does that just, kiss my ass.
Yeah, I think when you guys landed on Horror that second round, everyone just assumed it was a perfect round. It was going to be in the bag, and like you said, Clark, those questions are much harder than people. They just assume because you're an expert at it that you're just going to nail all of them. But that's a hard round.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard round. And also, I mean, it's not just straight horror movies. You're definitely getting into thriller as well. You're getting outside the box.
Yeah.
And it's not a lock, but we felt like, with the randomness of the wheel, what were our odds of spinning something that could have been just as good? We could have got something that we didn't feel good. We could have gotten opponent's choice.
Right.
So we decided to sort of stick there. And I don't think that was a mistake. I think we did a pretty good job.
No, you got to look.
We gave up 1 point in that round.
Yeah, exactly.
And let's be real. Above the Line is a strong team. Am I right?
They're a very strong team, but we know we could have beat them.
At this point,
we're the best.
Above the Line is the
team
team to beat in the tournament.
Like I said, I will put Sam Levine and Drew McWeeny are two of the best competitors in this tournament. Two of the best guys ever. But competitive, no, we want to win. We could have won, and that's what really sucks.
Mark, you've talked about it a little bit, and there's been rumblings about it, that this could have been your last match, What's next for Wolves of Steel, and what's next for you?
Well, yeah, unfortunately, I got to stick to what I said and what I need to do, which is step down for a while. So I will be. I got to be doing a lot more work at Collider. Like I've said, I really wanted that belt. The thing that stings so much is to get that close and letting my partner down because I've been wanting to get that belt on her shoulder.
32 points.
Well, thank you.
And they lose.
She's the best, the classiest in the business. You're going to watch her go far. I really don't know what to expect with Wolves of Steel. For now, I got to step down, but I'm going to watch her kick ass through the tournament because she's on fire and deserves a belt.
Yeah, Clark, speaking of, you have that big match coming up against Brienne. How are you feeling going into that?
Yeah, you know, I mean,
That's
look,
gonna be a
it's
fun
never
match,
fun
too.
to play when you're coming off of a
I don't
loss,
know
but I think
who I've
that
got in that
I'm ready
match.
to jump into the singles tournament for right now.
Brienne Chandler
and,
versus Clark
and this will
Wolf
be a good
is gonna
first match,
be
so hopefully I'll stick it
great
out
tournament game.
and it'll be a fun tournament.
Absolutely.
Well, if anybody could do it, it's the classy one, because she's the best in the biz, and it's been a pleasure being your teammate. Come here, give it here.
Of course.
Yeah, one day.
Oh, getting emotional up here. Wasn't prepared for this. All right, back to you guys.
All right, we're going to talk about above the line, but I mean that was what we expected. Mark Riley officially calling his retirement, saying that is the last time we're going
that's
to
unfortunate
see
too.
The champion for a while now. He's going to step back. Clark Wolf has the.
I mean, I understand that he's like one of the head writers at Collider
and a little emotional seeing
everything else.
They said goodbye to one another.
It is unfortunate that he's been with the game since the beginning.
So
back when it was on Schmoes No,
for me, seeing a great
and
team
now
like
he's
above the
stepping down
line,
for a little bit.
but then seeing some of the best. I mean, Wolves of Steel is one of the best teams we've ever had.
And all the leaves have turned, and the ground is gray, or whatever the song is. It's not a music trivia contest. So I'm very sad.
It was very sad, but then the opposite side of that is watching above the line and how excited they are.
Yeah.
They broke the
Incredible
scoring record.
team.
Jen, of course, asked them about that. They did that right after top 10. And you knew Sam was going to take some shots at Roca because that's what Sam does. And the fact that he could rub it in now to Roca, and the fact that he just beat them. Now they're a young team. They've been in this league now for like a little over a month, and they've broken the scoring record. They're 3-0. They're going to the finals, possibly against Roca. Who the hell knows? But this is a little fun little rivalry we have between Sam Levine and Roca here.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Fun being the key, right?
Fun being the, well, I mean, I don't think that they would say that, but it's fun to watch. And then Drew McWeeny, who is just on a mission. I mean, maybe it is time to say, like, maybe those accolades when he first came into it, maybe it's okay to give him those because, I mean, you see what he is doing. Clearly the MVP so far in the tournament this year.
For sure.
Yeah, I absolutely, I'm stunned.
All right, guys, so above the line, going to the finals, who are they going to play? Will it be Team Action? Will it be Top 10? What's going to happen?
Ooh.
What's going to happen with
That match
Clark
is coming
Wolf?
up
Is she
next.
just going to go into singles? Will she have a new teammate? What's going to happen? Keep on commenting. Make sure you go to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook group. Comment there, like there, do everything that you can. Keep sharing these. This is how we get more and more of these really great matches. Bittersweet end here for the Wolves of Steel, but man, they went out on their swords here, Ken, 35-32.
Absolutely, record-setting performance.
Yeah, 32
All right, make sure you
points.
check out the Schmoedown Rundown on the
And
SK
you end
Plus
up losing.
channel. Check out everyone else here
ridiculous.
that's doing these wonderful reactions and comments and all the. Thank you guys so very much. We will see you very soon when we're going to get that match here between Team Action and Top 10.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Josh McCouga here with your fantasy update post Above the Line versus Wolves of Steel. These were titans of industry. This is like Henry
Cody
Ford
doing?
versus Andrew Carnegie in an industrial revolution match of epic proportions. If you had either one of these teams on your fantasy team, you are reveling in the points. You are taking a Scrooge McDuck bath in a bin full of golden coins. They are fantasy domination. They are what it takes. If you want to win your fantasy league, you need one of these teams. They're just winning everything. They know everything. They score points. They know what they're doing. I don't know how exactly anybody in your league will give up Wolves of Steel, but what you're going to want to do is try to devise like a 5-team trade in order to get enough. Are you okay back there? Cody just working it out, just getting it done here on a fantasy update. Apparently, he's had enough. It's a lot for a young man's shoulders. He's trying to get those Cobster-level shoulders. But I'll tell you what, he's really excited about all the fantasy points that were scored today. Now, going forward, above the line, they are going to be a really tough team to beat. So, if you have the team that they are playing next, or any time a team going against above the line, you're playing them, that team will score a lot of points, mostly because they're going to have to score a lot of points in order to beat them, and thus making a TKO almost a moot point, especially in a final or a team championship. If they win the championship, they're coming in hot. Okay? If you need more, hold on. I've been told I need to correct my fantasy thing. Hold on one second here. Let me check my old cell phone here. You're going to want to go to You're going to go. Oh, go to SD Rundown Stats. We're running out of Twitter handles here. On Twitter, for the latest Schmoedown stats from the Rundowns, Frank Janish. That's at SD Rundown Stats on Twitter for the latest Schmoedown stats from the Rundown's Frank Janish. Is that cool? Is that good? You like your plug? Cool. I'm Josh McCouga. See you next time on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, fan. Whatever.
All right. Yeah, as I mentioned a couple times during that, Wolves of Steel to score 32 points and end up losing is ridiculous. Okay, but all the credit in the world to Above the Line, and especially Drew McQueenie, who had another perfect round and bonus question. Yeah, they're the team to beat. I hope that they win it all. I hope that they go up against the Patriots in December at the Schmoedown Spectacular, and they take the bout from the Patriots. Because right now they look unstoppable. That's all there is to it. They look unstoppable at the moment. Anyway, guys, thank you so much as always for watching. I'm going to change and get ready here to start up the next live stream, which is going to be a fun one. Going team action versus top 10. That should be going live here probably at the top of the hour in the next 10 minutes or so. Just give me some time to get that all set up, and I will see you shortly. Until next time, I will see you at the movies. Bye-bye.